Welcome back, saber enthusiasts. My name is Nick Nitro, and I am the Lord of the Crucible. Today, I have some of my usual friends here helping me out, or just being noisy. Over here we have Rocky, and this is Penny, my two umbrella cockatoos that I refer to as my death screamers. Today we have a new review for you. This is the Crimsin Dawn Talon. Now, I actually did the unboxing for this back in December, and things got in the way, and now I'm finally getting around to doing the review. This actually is a V4 board, so it's got a couple of features that the old V2 doesn't. Now, since some time has passed, Crimsin Dawn has made some changes to their electronics. I don't think this board is available anymore, but we're going to test it anyway, because I'm quite certain that there are still a few of these floating around on the secondhand market. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get the blade out of here and get some of our basic measurements done. And as you can see here, this is a crowned emitter, and doesn't do it as much with the blade in or with the blade plug in, but you can get a nice ring off of that. So those are some very clean cuts on there, resulting in some really well balanced metal, at least up in here. Alright, let's start with our usual, the weight. I should probably get another scale here soon. Well, this is very interesting. We are weighing in at 12.5 ounces, so not even a pound. Let's get that marked down. Our overall length, going from the crowned emitter all the way to the end here, is just a little over 11 3/4 inches. Okay. Now, I like to measure the depth of the emitter socket, because that's going to kind of determine exactly how much of this blade is usable if you're dueling. And we are sitting right at 3 inches. That's kind of deep, but a lot of that is going to be the crowned emitter here. These fingers sticking up take up a lot of that space. Now we go for our maximum and minimum diameters. So our maximum is right here, which is 1.45 inches in diameter. Now, most of these raised areas are consistently around 1.3 inches, and this is mostly the area that you're going to be gripping. Grip here, well, let's see what the balance point says, but I'm thinking that most of the time I'm going to be gripping right around here. So we're still going to call it 1.44. And now we want the minimum diameter. That is very common, and yeah, I can see where someone might grip high enough to actually have a finger up on here. That's why I included that as the maximum. Now, the narrowest point on here is going to be right down at the very tip of these fingers, and that's about 1.15 inches. But realistically, both in these grooves around the silver and in these grooves down here, we are at 1.24 inches, and that's what I'm going to mark it as for the minimum diameter. Let's get the blade put in. Now, our balance point. This is going to be the interesting part. Where does it balance at? Alright. It balances at 3 inches in front of the crowned emitter right here. Although, if you think about it, that's actually kind of far forward for this design. Because with these long fingers here, and they are kind of long. Like 1.5 inches long right there. So that is easily, from this point, that's easily like 4.5 inches from the real secure portion of the blade holder. But I like my crowned emitters. I really do. Okay, we are going to go through some of the functions here of the Talon. When you start it up, it does use a musical startup font. I know. So, just to be on the safe side, we're not going to let that play all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and ignite a blade right away to just kind of cut that off. So, you get an idea of what it is. There we are. A quick rundown on some of the controls here. So to bring this out of deep sleep, you hold the power button down for about 3 seconds. You'll get that music track. And then to ignite a blade, just tap once. And to turn it off, hold it down for 3 seconds. Now, if you hold the button, and seconds is not exactly a good term. They're actually flashes of this light right here. So if you look closely, I'm going to do like 1 flash and then let go. And that, I believe, should change the volume.
No sound.
Which now it's in mute. Then it's going to go to a
Loud sound.
And then finally,
Soft sound.
which is what it's been set for this entire time. So you have a mute, a loud sound, and a softer sound. You can change the blade flicker by holding this down for 2 flashes of the ring. And that'll give you a pulse,
Pulse.
which looks sort of like. And
Stable.
you have a full unstable, so now holding the power button down for 10 seconds will put it back into deep sleep. The problem is that if you hold it down for 10 seconds while it's off, it will actually change the sound font before it goes into deep sleep. So what I usually do is I'll ignite it and then hold it down for about 13 to 14 seconds, and that'll take it into deep sleep. We'll do that a little later on. Right now though, oh yeah, he's getting a little tired, so he's getting a little chatty. Come here. Are you going to be quiet if I leave you up here? Stay. Okay. So, to change the sound font, hold it down for 3 times.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
And it announces the next sound font. So of course we have a Ray sound font here. but I also want to show you how to do a couple of other functions. With it lit, you can actually change the blade color by holding this down for 2 flashes. Now you notice nothing has happened, but now when you press and hold the button, it stops your flicker and takes you into your color selection. And we'll leave it right there for right now. Pressing the button locks in your selection. Just because it's easier on my eyes,
Stable.
we're going to go to a stable blade. So, here is the Ray sound font. Now for all the sound fonts, with it ignited, if you hold the button for 1 flash and let it go, you're now armed for a blade lockup effect. All you have to do is press the button 1 more time, and that'll start your lockup. Press it again to come out of lockup. So that was Ray. Yeah, I know, we're getting there. 3 flashes.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Darth Vader. And I'm not going to do the lockup for every single one because it's the same lockup effect for all of them.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Kylo Ren. Now, of course, this sound font, you usually want an unstable blade effect because it really does match with the overall grittiness of the sound. Now, unfortunately, this board does not have smooth swing.
You have something I want.
And that was Moff Gideon, so this is a dark saber sound font. Okay.
I'm Cal Kestis.
And this is our Cal Kestis sound font from Fallen Order.
Solo.
Our Ben Solo sound font.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
And now we're back to Rey. So let's go ahead and put this into deep sleep. 3 seconds to turn it off and just keep holding the button. Takes a bit.
Resistance is dead. The war is over.
And that puts it back into deep sleep. Now, like my Banshee that was my first Crimsin Dawn review, this saber comes with a saber staff adapter as the pommel. So it is threaded on both sides, which makes it very easy to take two of the same lightsaber and connect them together. And if I could get this put back on, yay. There we go. But I was thinking, and maybe someone watching would be able to do this, at least for your LGT sabers, because that is the thread pattern that they're using here. Being able to switch out to a different pommel is great. But if somebody could make some adjustment weights that could thread right in here, because as we noticed, the balance point is way forward, and I actually like my balance points much closer in. So if someone could make like various different weights that could just screw right in here, that would allow someone to fine-tune where their balance point is. It's just an idea. Maybe someone will pick it up and run with it. It has been over a week since the last video I made was released, and I still haven't heard anything from the winners of the lightsaber giveaway. So that means we are going to redraw. So if you'll give me just a moment, we'll get switched over here. Okay, so as you can see, we are over at our name picker app here, and we are going to go ahead and redraw for the two Kyojin lightsabers that we are giving away that came from the pack store. So, first winner is Adelma 01. Adelma 01. Okay. And the second winner is Brady Mullen. Alright, there we are. Congratulations to our two new winners. If you go ahead and contact me at saberscrucible@gmail.com, we will go ahead and get these sent out to you right away. Our next video will of course be our first torture test of the Crimsin Dawn Talon. It'll be really interesting to see how this holds up. Now this will be the first time that I will have tested a Crimsin Dawn lightsaber with a heavy grade blade. If you remember my Banshee test video, the mid-grade didn't do so well. So, let's see what happens. Until then, once again, congratulations to our winners, and I'm Nick Nitro, and I will see you in the Crucible.